Hello and welcome to the room 2. Yesterday we finished up my walkthrough of the first room game. Today we'll be starting up the room 2. So, not really much else I have to say about that. Let's just get started with a brand new game. Alright, so we pick up directly after the events of the last game where we've just been teleported, whisked through a mysterious doorway into a new and exciting room. Let's click to begin. Click and drag the mouse to look around. Yeah, I forgot to mention, controls are the same as the last game. If you're on a mobile device, you can tap to and swipe the screen to look around. You can double tap on things to focus on them, or if you're on Steam, you can just, move the camera around with the mouse, and then you can double click on things to focus on them. And then we're going to click and drag to open this note. Now then, if my calculations are correct, then this is where you will emerge. Welcome, friend. We have much to share. Now, you are blind, but I have left you provision to see that your passage might be shorter than mine. I am forced to conceal it somewhere in this room and trust in your wits to uncover it. I am not the only ghost in this place. To continue, check the eyepiece in the inventory. As you may recall from the end of the last game, the lens is broken. This thing is essentially useless to us now, so we gotta find a way to fix it. And what we're going to do is you'll notice that the first big major change between this game and the last is that we can actually explore 2 different tables. Previously it was just one table with one box that we could explore, but now we have an entire room, see what I did there, to explore, and we can check each and every table, and we're going to double click on this round box right here, rotate the keyhole cover upwards, and then push the button before it falls back down, open it up. I said open it up, and we're going to find our first major puzzle of the game. First thing you're going to want to do is slide this into place right here, then rotate it clockwise to align this main thing with this, slide it into place, rotate it clockwise once more to slide the final piece into place, and that is going to unlock a secret little thing we can slide open right here, giving us a lens for our eyepiece, because as I mentioned, our eyepiece kind of broke, so now the lens looks like it would fit in the eyepiece. So let's put it in, which happens automatically. And now we can use the eyepiece. And it reveals a hidden fingerprint right here. So let's click on it and see what happens. Let's see, look at that, a small piece of shaped metal. Now, where would this go? Well, let's remove the eyepiece and back out. And if we head over to the other table, we will see that there are 2 little holes right here that perfectly match the shape of this piece. So there's one, and then there's another one hidden somewhere in the room. So let's go find it. It's going to be at the other table, right over here. Before I show you where it is, though, we're going to read the letter that we can find right here. Mr. Rigby, suffice it to say that I do not share my colleagues' faith in your character. Were it up to me, I should not engage a man of such low breeding and even lower station as yourself. The very thought of taking a grave robber into our service chills my stomach. But as Mr. de Montfaucon is fond of saying, needs must as the devil drives. It falls to me, then, to brief you in your ungodly task. As you should be well aware, you shall only be paid upon your successful return with the artifact. Should you find yourself having any ideas otherwise, I must stress to you that, while the artifact is of enormous value, it is only of value within a certain small community of researchers. It is not for the eyes or hands of an uneducated man such as yourself. I unconditionally demand that you do not interact with the object in any way. It might prove incredibly dangerous for you to do so. It is an instrument of great power, and should not be interfered with by inferior minds. Yeah, fun and all. But what I really want to show you is that the second metal piece is going to be right here. So let's grab it, head back over to the other table, and then we can put the other one into place. And doing so, I said put it into place, and doing so is going to unlock a little compartment. So we're going to spin these so that a big hole appears in the center, as in, so like small holes right here. We want the big hole right there. And then we are going to be given a strange brass sphere. So what are we going to do with this brass sphere, you may ask? Well, this looks like it belongs somewhere. Yep, it belongs right in the center of this table, so let's put it in right here. Now, how does this work? Well, there's a north symbol, a west symbol, an east symbol, and a south symbol. And if we move this arrow around, the eyeball will look in the direction of each of those directions and form a little letter password in the center. Now, I just did the correct code there. Instinctively, but you'll find the correct code on this sheet of paper right here. SESWN, south, east, south, west, north. So, as I did, you want to move the arrow around to south, then east, then south, then west, then north. Doing so will give you this in the center. It is a medallion. Now, what are we going to do with this medallion? We're going to take a closer look at it by clicking at it in our inventory over here on the left, and then pulling out each piece of this these two pieces of the medallion, and it will automatically reshape into that. Now, where can we put this? Well, we can put it at the other table. So let's go back over here to this box in the center, put it up on top. Now what we're going to do is go around from behind this thing, double click on it, and by default this is useless, this doesn't do anything. But with the eyepiece, we see that we can actually look around the room and illuminate something that might be lurking in the darkness. So we need to find 3 symbols. The first symbol you might have seen, it's going to be right over here, just shine at it until it glows red. The next one's going to be up in the top right of the room once this finishes rotating, so it's going to rotate, and there it is up at the top right. Again, wait for it to glow red. We're going to spin one more time, and our final symbol is going to be hiding for us in the bottom right of the area, right down there. Once you find all 3 symbols, we're going to get a special little present. Totally not creepy at all. Just slide the top half of this container to match up with the bottom half. Then put on the eyepiece and double click on this red gem. Alright, much like the end of the last game, we have a series of symbols which we need to match with something else in the room. And that would be this symbol on the wall right here. So just line it up, and as soon as you notice the level's going to end. So you got to be very, very careful about this. Make sure that these 2 ends line up, drag it into place, and doing so will end the level. Chapter complete. You have done well to emerge from the crypt, sound of both mind and spirit, though I fear this is only the beginning of your trials. So, that is the first level of the game completed. As you can see, the scale has been massively increased in the last game, and by massively I mean we went from 1 table to a couple tables. So, now we have an actual full room to explore for our puzzle-solving delights. And that'll be it for this episode, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more The Room 2. Goodbye!